Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Los Angeles Rams. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down. Here's Cousins. Over the middle to Smith. And all the way down to the 35. A huge play there right off the bat. And even 40 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets it down to the 32. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. The L.A. defense up to snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Again, it's Cousins. Flushed out right. Letting one go deep for Roberts. And that is going to be Incomplete. The Bucs trying on fourth down but come up empty. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. The linebacker, Stephon Anthony with a pick. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Following the interception, Cousins. He's going to let it go again. It's caught at the 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Allen Robinson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. He's going to slip and got his man complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on 2nd down is gone. Caught left side, Hopkins. First catch of the game for Hopkins. It's a 1st down.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They come out here in the I. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time. And you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
All right. Come on now. Done. 180. Orange.
From the gun, here's Goff. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Goff. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And an alley to run. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter, and they've got it here with a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, Cousins. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Cousins now. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now Hundley. This will be his first throw off the bench. And the pressure gets to him again. Quan Alexander. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep is DeAnthony Thomas. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Thomas. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. A second down throw for Cousins. He's going to air one out. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Throwing, Hundley. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18, and he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is going to be caught? No, they say it's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here. And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Cousins. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Michael Thomas, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. Oh, he missed it. No good. So this remains a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
This is Gordon across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Now Hundley. And that is incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Burton. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface, but I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, and he holds it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Allen Robinson with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They'll try and start this drive in the air. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here, 2nd and a yard from the 34. Back to throw. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They go play action here on first down.